Okay. Hi guys. This is one of my videos where I'm venting again, and I have to get it off my chest because it's going to bother me if I don't. Now, with that being said, starts off with people because those are my main problems. I hate it that we have to sit here and be involved in other people's lives as heavily as we are, to the point of where every single person is connected. No matter how we do it, or how we say it, or how we try to avoid it, everybody is connected at some point in time. And that's probably one of the most irritating things I have to deal with here on earth. You have to deal with other people's emotions, you have to deal with their tempers, you have to deal with their personalities, you have to deal with their opinions, their politics, their religion. I don't know if you know if I said that already. Anyway, so I have a couple of people that I work with that are extremely opinionated. And they're able to get away with it. Not because they have some special disorder or anything, but because people accept them for just having that, and that's just the way they are. That's great and all. Wonderful. But why is it that you sit here and force everybody else to deal with your opinions? That's the part that gets me. You can have it. There's no problem with that at all. But that's my problem with social media. Every single person wants to sit here and say, hey, you should do this and you should do that, and you are this and you can't be that, and all this other type of stuff. And I'm just like, oh my Lord. I mean, I'm opinionated, but Lord knows I keep majority of the stuff that I think about in my head. Because if I didn't, I'd be in trouble. I wouldn't have a relationship. I wouldn't have a marriage. I also wouldn't have a family. And I'd be all by myself. Which, as much as I would like that, I know that I'm not able to survive like that. So that's just me being 100% honest. I despise people, but I know I can't live without them. So with that being said, I have to sit here and bring myself down. Not bring it down like, not the way that I just said it. Okay, I have to sit here and humble myself, basically, to be sure I don't get in no drop down stupid argument with some people over some certain things that just wouldn't make a difference either way. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have yours and I'm gonna have mine. One coworker in particular that I work with is just like that, and he just so happens to be a guy. Guys are always super entitled to the way they feel, and this is their opinion, and this is how this goes, and this is always right. I can't sit here and disagree with that, because I know a lot of women that feel that same way too. I could kind of fit in that category because I know what I know, but it doesn't mean that I can't be wrong. I know that I have been, but I also know that I have been right quite a few times too. So, not saying I know everything, but I know what I know. How about that? That part being said, I'm really just sitting here. People who bother me the most are the hypocrites. They can sit here and say everything and anything they want to that comes out of their mouth, and everybody else has to accept it. But then, as soon as you do something, or you feel some type of way, or you don't do what they do, then they're like, oh, you're not allowed to do that, or you can't do this. Oh, she doesn't have the personality, or she's rude, or some other type of stuff. Holy fudge. You guys are absolutely exhausting. Extremely exhausting. The hypocrites, y'all are exhausting. I can't sit here and say how many times that I've sat here and been in a situation to where it's like, oh, I can say that my political party is the best party, but then whenever you say your political party is the best party, they're like, that's not right. You can't have that. There's only one, blah, blah, blah. What? But isn't that your opinion? Where do we go wrong on here? You just said what you wanted to say with no bounce, or with no, can't even think of the word. It's not bounce back. With no, reaction. We're going to go with that. With no reaction. I can't say what I want to without no reaction. Somebody has really got to sit here with these people that think that they can just say whatever they want to and feel however they want to just because they feel the way they feel in their head. I mean, like, and with that part being said, if they feel that way in their head, leave them alone. That's so simple. If they feel that way, leave them alone. I can't sit here and correct you on something that you already think about that is in your head is absolutely 100% right. Why am I going to try to convince you otherwise? That's wasting my energy. I don't have time for that. So, whenever we sit here and we constantly just jabbing that in somebody's head, and it's obvious, very obvious, that they are not budging on whatever the circumstances or the situation or the part of the conversation that it is, leave it alone. Drop it and leave it alone. I have saved myself so many issues by just dropping it and leaving it alone. Now, do I fester over it? I do. Does it come out later? Probably. But it's usually in a better way than it would have been at that time, because if it would have been bad. How about that? We're just going to go with that. Because I don't, no, I can't. I cannot, and I will not sit here and get on that level. Sometimes I do. That's just because I'm human. But other than that, a lot of my life I want to spend being petty. A lot of my life I want to spend being petty. Mom's like, that's not my job. And it's not nothing I need to do has to deal with trying to make you see something or do something or believe my way. I'm going to say what I have to say. You're going to say what you have to say. You're going to feel the way you feel. I'm going to feel the way that I feel. At the end of the day, we're going to coexist or not coexist. And that is the end of story. Period. And that's pretty much all I needed to vent about.